Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm Froggy from iHeartRadio and 99.1 WQIK. I'm honored to be here today for such a special event here at K9s For Warriors. A big thank you to each and every one of you for coming out here to the K9s For Warriors headquarters. I could stand for it to be about 5 degrees warmer, but we'll do. This week we have the privilege of honoring and celebrating 9 of our nation's heroes. 7 here in Florida, 2 in Texas from across the country, as they prepare to graduate with their service dogs. We'd like to give a special welcome to some of our incredible sponsors who are here in the audience tonight. We'd like to recognize this show and foundation who has gone above and beyond to support our warriors. By sponsoring this November class. William Schoen was a dedicated U.S. Marine Corps veteran. He passed in 2023, but his family proudly continues the mission that he and his wife Sharon began more than 30 years ago. I'd like to share a quote by the late Mr. Schoen to honor his legacy tonight. I feel very strongly that everything I have worked for or earned is basically leased to me. I do not own them. They are leased to me by the next generation, and my proposition in life has been to assist other people who are not as fortunate. We'd like to recognize those in the audience who are here on behalf of the Schoen Foundation. If you would please take a second to stand up. Thank you very much. And many other amazing service dogs are graduating with their warriors tonight, and it would not be possible without some of our incredible sponsors. Sparkling Ice, the Horschel Family Foundation, and Pet Sense by Tractor Supply. November is a special month in the United States, as it is a time that we thank our military veterans for everything that they've sacrificed for our country. But at K9s For Warriors, we believe every day, every month is worth honoring our incredible veterans. This past Veterans Day, with a great deal of help from First Coast News, K9s5, WQIK, and donors around the country, K9s For Warriors raised over $1.3 million. All of that ensures that the mission of saving lives at both ends of the leash continues here at K9s For Warriors. It allows us to pair more than 43 more future warriors with their life-saving service dogs at no financial cost to them. So a big, huge thank you to the Schoen Foundation for their generous match for this year's telethon. These warriors and K9 teams have accomplished so much in the last 3 weeks since they've been here. They go places, they do things that they have not done in years that they're able to do now. Thank you to these service animals. They stepped out of their comfort zones, they challenged themselves, and they will now have their battle buddies by their side. They've been building strong bonds with each other, and they will only continue to grow together as time goes on. We wish every warrior and every service dog the absolute best on their journey toward healing. The words thank you are so simple, but they're truly not enough for all that our veterans do for us, for all of our sponsors, and K9s For Warriors wants to continue the mission of saving lives. So a big thank you to our donors, to the volunteers, the staff, and of course, more than 1,000 warriors that have come through K9s For Warriors. They had the courage to ask for help, and K9s is proud to be part of their healing journey. Once again, thank you to everybody. If you would please welcome to the podium Marine Corps veteran and warrior trainer James Watkins, as he's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd now like to welcome front and center John Scott. I work with John every day at WQIK. He's our morning show host. John is going to honor us tonight and our nation and sing the national anthem. John Scott.
Please stand. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, John. Now, if you would please, join me in welcoming the 2024 November class of K9s For Warriors. Oh. Out of respect for our veterans and our warriors, please hold your applause until every name has been called and every warrior has received their diploma. We want to ensure that everybody watching here in person or on our YouTube live stream can hear all of the names. First up, Marine Corps veteran Mark and his service dog, Rocky. Rocky's journey from stray to presidential candidate is a true underdog story, hence the name Rocky. His campaign, Awareness for Veterans and Service Dogs, was sponsored by Sparkling Ice, whose team of rainmakers followed his journey and rooted him on every step of the way. Rocky took his paws out of the race to save a veteran's life. Thanks to his sponsor, Sparkling Ice, Rocky is fulfilling his lifelong dream of becoming a service dog. Rocky was procured from the Safe Animal Shelter and trained by Joseph Waldron. The sponsors from Sparkling Ice are here with us tonight and also watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Army veteran Kevin and his service dog, Izzy. Izzy is supported by the Dogtopia Foundation through their Fetch It program. Dogtopia daycares across the country fundraise to support K9s For Warriors' mission to end veteran suicide and rescue more dogs. Izzy was named because of her cheerful and approachable vibe. Izzy has often been seen as a lively, friendly, and easy-to-cuddle pup that always carries a sense of warmth and playfulness. She also reflects qualities like curiosity and energy, which makes this a great fit for her spirited personality. There's no doubt that Izzy will forever surround Kevin with love and happiness. Izzy was trained by Mark Page. Thank you. Air Force veteran Joseph and his service dog, Roscoe. Roscoe was sponsored by the Horschel Family Foundation. K9s For Warriors was initially found by Shari Duval when she lived on Roscoe Road before our national headquarters was established here before your feet. As such, the Horschel Family Foundation felt it was necessary and fitting to name your service dog Roscoe, paying homage to our humble beginnings and dedication to helping every veteran and dog encounter throughout their lifetime. Roscoe was procured from the Jacksonville Animal Care and Protective Services and trained by Kendrick Brown. We would like to thank Brittany Horschel for attending tonight. Thank you, Brittany. Up next, Marine Corps veteran Nathan and his service dog, JR. K9s For Warriors is one of 10 organizations part of Tractor Supply's foundation, 1 Million Hometown Heroes. The name JR, short for Just Right, was thoughtfully chosen by the team at PetSense by Tractor Supply to symbolize the perfect match between his dog and Nathan. The name reflects their belief that embodies all qualities needed to bring comfort, support, and companionship to someone who has served our country. The sponsors from Tractor Supply are here tonight, and JR was trained by TJ Wright. Thank you. Up next, we got Air Force veteran Josh and his service dog, Jack. Jack was sponsored by the Jack Wambacher family. Jack is named in honor of the late Jack Wambacher Sr., a World War II naval aviator. After his service, Jack and his high school sweetheart, Marilyn, returned to Illinois, where he founded an Anheuser-Busch distributorship in 1956. Jack can be found on the golf course, in a duck blind, with a black Labrador, at a local tavern, or attending his grandkids' events. Though he passed in 2016, his family honors him with his dog sponsorship for what would have been his 100th birthday last month. He remains forever in our hearts. Jack was fostered by Stephanie Johnson and trained by Alani Bush. The sponsors are watching on YouTube and live stream tonight, so thank you. Up next, you've got Army veteran Paul and his service dog, Hudson. Hudson was sponsored by Odyssey Group Foundation and Hudson Insurance Group. Hudson was chosen to honor Hudson Insurance Group, a company with a century of excellence celebrating over 100 years since its inception in 1918. The name reflects their longevity, success, and guiding pillars: people, corporate citizenship, and sustainability. Hudson embodies all of these values, recognizing the company's dedication to making a positive impact and extending their legacy of care to life-changing partnership. Hudson was procured from the St. Johns County Pet Center, sponsored by Ralph Mongelo, and trained by Tayland Left. The sponsors are in attendance and watching on YouTube tonight. Last but not least, welcome Marine Corps veteran James and his service dog, Eddie. Eddie was sponsored by Bambi Parham. Eddie was chosen to honor Bambi's father, James Eddie Barker, who served in World War II. He was shot down and held as a prisoner of war for 9 months. Upon returning home, there was no privilege of treatment or acknowledgement of PTSD and the nightmares he suffered. James Eddie went on to become a successful architect. It is Bambi's hope that Eddie will bring the unconditional love and support needed to his warrior, James. Eddie was trained by Cameron Morrison. Bambi came to us through her connection with Team Ohana, who rowed the Pacific Ocean for K9s. Two of the rowers are here today, Paul Lohr and Matt Steinlen. Once again, if we could please get a round of applause for our amazing veterans and their service dogs. We'd now like to take this time. The Warriors would like to thank those who were instrumental in helping them get to this day. So please listen to a message that we've got from the Warriors to say thank you for getting them here today so they can take their battle buddies home and get back to living their lives that they have made possible for us to live.
Just want to thank my fiance Bethany, who's been my biggest supporter and best friend throughout all of my trials and battles. And I also want to give a huge thanks to the staff at K9 For Warriors for everything they've done. Warrior trainers, K9 trainers, and everybody behind the scenes. Thank y'all so much.
I want to thank my family for always being there and K9s for bringing Jack into my life.
I would like to thank my wife, Rachel. She is my wife, my best friend, and my biggest advocate. I also want to thank PetSense by Tractor Supply for sponsoring JR.
I'd like to thank God for His infinite wisdom, knowing that humans needed a creature to help with internal wounds. With that, He created K9s even before those of His own image. My wife, Sarah, for her love and reassurance, and a very, very special thank you to the Horseshoe Foundation for understanding veterans and their love.
I would like to thank my family, Dogtopia Foundation, K9 For Warriors, employees from HR to trainers. Most of all, I'd like to thank the volunteers, the true heroes of this organization. Thank you.
I would like to thank my wife, Tabitha, for being my rock and always pushing me to be my best self, even when I might not want to be. I'd also like to thank the staff of K9s for training Hudson.
Since Rocky is a very resilient rescue dog, I'd like to thank Bradford County Animal Services in Stark, Florida, and Safe Animal Shelter in Middleburg, Florida, for bridging the gap from the streets to a safe home with the K9s For Warriors training team. Thank you to Joe and every member of the K9 training team for loving on Rocky so much and for deciding to pair him with me. Thank you to the dedicated staff at every level here in Ponte Vedra, from the warrior and advocate relations, operations, coordinators, the awesome trainers, handlers, instructors, support specialists, marketing team, and any and all I may not have met behind the scenes. We know you're there and cannot thank you enough. I'd like to send a huge heartfelt thanks to our house mom, who made sure we were all fed, well taken care of, and loved on. All the love you showed us back at you, Mom. Thank you to Rocky's most generous sponsor, Sparkling Ice, for making the pairing with Rocky possible and for partnering with the team here to promote the programs for my fellow veterans. Now that's some good stuff. My 6 newfound little warrior brothers for my graduating class and myself are forever changed, thanks to the life-giving kindness, compassion, and coaching we've received here. That includes you too, Jamie, even though you're not little. You warrior brothers are forever in my heart and phone, so please pick up when I call. Thank you all so much for providing us the tools to unconditionally love and care for our battle buddies just as much as they will love and care for us. I know Rocky has my back, and I cannot express my appreciation enough. I'd also like to thank those at home who have been there to support and encourage me during my difficult days and to celebrate alongside me during days like today. Thank you to my girlfriend Jenny, to my siblings Cheryl, Mike, Todd, all of my family and friends for supporting me along this journey. It has meant the world. Best wishes and happy trails to y'all. Peace out. Yes, good boy.
Thank you. Yes. I love our battle buddies have something to say too. Being a part of this organization means a ton to me. Thank you to Lindsay and your staff. You guys, really what you do here is unbelievable. I always say that if we can get somebody here and they can see what happens here, it really is life-changing. There are lives being changed here every day. And the line that they use is saving lives at both ends of the leash. And that truly is happening through the service dogs and through our warriors. And you meet the warriors, and every year I say I'm not going to get choked up, and I do. They give their lives so that we can do the things that we do. And then they come home and they're not able to live their life. And these dogs make it possible to do that again. And it truly is amazing, and what's happening here every day. And so I want to say thank you to the Showen family. Thank you to Sparkling Ice. Thank you to the Horschel Family Foundation. Thank you to Tractor Supply and PetSense. Thank you for making this possible and continuing this, because lives truly are being saved here, and it means the world. So I just, one more time, we've said it a lot, I'll say it again. Thank you so much for everything that you guys have done. And to our warriors, thank you guys. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your service. Thank you for our freedom. And congratulations on your pet. Congratulations on your new battle buddy. I'd like to welcome to the podium Marine Corps veteran and K9s For Warriors Chief Program Officer, Kevin Steele.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking the time out to join us tonight for this special occasion. I just wanted to step up before we finish off the night and just say a few words to you and to the Warriors during this season of Thanksgiving. You know, Froggy just said it best, really. We can't thank you enough for all the support you've given us. It really takes a village, as we've all heard before. We can't do this by ourselves. And I'm not talking about giving in regards to giving of your money. Of course, that helps us further our mission. But I'm talking about giving of your support, giving of your love to these warriors, and giving of your time to come celebrate them with us tonight. It truly means a lot to us. And we want to honor you because of that, and just say thank you for being there for us as we serve these warriors. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I would also like to do something that I usually do before graduation, but Miss Lindsay talked to me about why not do it during graduation, and I thought, well, why did I never think of that? So we're going to do this part at graduation tonight. So if you've been here with us for the past few months, you've probably heard this part of it, but I'm going to say it again for those that have not been with us. So About 6 or 8 months ago, we started a program for the Warriors that we call simply the Mentorship Program. And the idea behind it was for a Warrior grad to spend some time each month for the 6 months leading up to their these Warriors coming to class, just talking about what is life like with a service dog? What were my challenges during class and after class? What did I experience in this scenario, that scenario? There's topics for every month, but really we let the conversation take us to wherever it takes us. And so this month for this class, our mentor was graduate John Tappan. Where are you at, John? If you could come up with us today. There he is, right there. How you doing, buddy? So John graduated from this program a couple years ago, right? It's been a little while now. 2021 he graduated, and he was one of the first set of Warriors who raised their hand and said, hey, you know, I want to give back. I want to do something for the Warriors to help and give back in this way. So he answered the call. He became a mentor for this class. They've been working together for the past 6 months, and I just wanted to take a moment to call you up here and just say, man, I appreciate you, and I thank you for all you do for these Warriors. And we can't do this without our service dogs. So Henry was just as much a part of this as John was. He helped John and the Warriors get through the past 6 months. So we've got a certificate for Henry too. Yes. So. All right. Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, I'll say this to the Warriors. You know, I'm sure you've heard it already during your time here. I say it almost every month. It's no different for you. Tonight's the real test. As you leave this campus, the last 3 weeks is all about learning, bonding, getting to know your dogs, getting to know the commands, how to use them, how to work through different scenarios out in public access. But that's all been the past 3 weeks with someone right behind you to support you along the way and to help you through the class. But tonight, when we graduate and you leave here, whether it's tonight or tomorrow morning, then what? That's the question I have for you. The challenge I would offer you is to think back to when you applied for this program. What was it that made you make that phone call to us, or send that email, or get on our website and submit an application? What were you looking for? Because some of you have waited long enough that you may have kind of forgot what you were originally looking for and hoping for in a service dog, or maybe your circumstances have changed. It doesn't really matter, but the important piece is when you leave here, if you don't continue to work on your bond and your training with your dog, you're going to end up with a family pet, because this is a perishable skill, and that's exactly what it will lead to. But the good news is I've seen you go through this journey, and I know each one of you want it and have a desire to be successful. So, as I said, the challenge to you is leave here tonight, continue training. Training can be as simple as, you know, watching a movie and you put your dog in a sit next to you in a down or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything incredible or going out in public access. Yes, we want you to do that a couple times a week. It's important. It's absolutely important. But every opportunity is an opportunity for training. These dogs love to train, and it will help your bond with your dog. And ultimately, it's going to get you out there enjoying life again and just being independent and happy with life again. I'll put it that way. So that's my challenge to you. I wish you all the very best. Just know that we are here for you. You are part of the K9s family. I'm sorry my back is to you. I'm sorry. It just dawned on me. But hey, you are part of the K9s family. We're the only reason we exist is to serve you and support you as you've served us and served your country. So whatever we can do for you, we're here for you. We love you. And just thank you. Thank you for your trust in us. And good luck out there.
Thank you, Kevin. That concludes our graduation. A big, huge thank you to everybody for coming out. I know there are many of you that would like to say your goodbyes and best wishes to the Warriors and their new battle buddies. We just ask that you don't cross the dark line here on the patio. If the Warriors want to, they will approach you. So you can step up here and the Warriors will walk up. It does conclude the ceremony. I do want to say one more time, thank you to K9s For Warriors. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. It means a lot to me. And thank you for having iHeart and WQIK and allowing us to do this as well. And thank you to our sponsors and each and every one of you for coming out. We're saving lives. We really, truly are. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody.